What's up, Line Golf Academy members and guests, and happy 4th of July. Today, we're gonna play a little presidential golf swing bingo. We're gonna take a look at Barack Obama, Donald Trump, Bill Clinton, George Bush, and JFK. We're gonna look at their golf swings, do a quick analysis, pair them with our golf swing bingo flaw chart, and come out with a decision of who has the best, worst golf swing out of these 5. Now keep in mind I chose these 5 just because there is actual video footage of them, and this could go on forever, and because I value your time, we're only going to stick to 5 presidents. And if you do like this at any time, hit that like, share, subscribe. But other than that, let's go check out the Golf Swing Flaw Bingo President's Edition. Alright, first we have Barack Obama smiling so genuinely with asterisk, we're going to use that word, as he gets ready to warm up in Honolulu, Hawaii. And this was some time ago, and I know that his handicap is a 16. Did you see that top? Well, let's take a quick replay at that top, and let's put it against a presidential bingo card. We're not going to get too over the top, no pun intended, for the swing analysis. We're going to keep it very limited today, as this is just a 4th of July special. But let's take a look at that lift. That club is coming way outside, gets the top plane line pretty good. You see a little loss of spine angle going on, and he drops it in the slot, but it is slightly steep. It catches up pretty good there, and what we see with that top is the head is coming out of posture, the whole body is lifting up, he's losing his spine angle. Doesn't see a lot of shaft humping, however, but we do see those hands trying to flip and save him. Does he save it? Not really. He gets a top. So balance is pretty decent. He is falling back slightly, but overall the posture held up, but not quite like some people say his term did. But overall, let's take a look at this bingo card. We do see a slight casting, a slight chicken wing. We're gonna count that as a whiffed ball because it just topped it. Slight over the top, slight flying elbow, slight off balance, the head lifted impact, and also the top ball. So not too bad for President Obama. But let's see one of his arch nemesis, George Bush. Take a whiff at it.
We must stop the terror. I call upon all nations to do everything they can to stop these terrorist killers. Thank you. Now watch this drive.
After that controversial intro, we caught the swing midway back. We're going to look at this and compare it to a bingo chart and see what is going on here. So the top of his swing, he does a pretty good job. Kind of a little bit reverse pivot there at the very top. So that's unfortunately a little X that we're going to have to put down there. Knees are buckling in. Not a lot of hip turn. He could get the hip turn a little bit more if he wanted to. As he comes on, he gets that weight transfer. Ball position is decent for this club. And he gets to that release point. We see him stalling the hips. So he is stalling again, kind of like that book reading ceremony. And as he strikes the golf ball, we see those hands get involved. The right foot does spin out, which means there's lack of body rotation and weight transfer. We see a slight flying elbow there. Look at that, the crooked left elbow. And we come on up, and it is kind of balanced, but losing a little bit of balance. High finish. Overall, pretty decent. We definitely see evidence of that chicken wing on the left side. But let's compare this one to the bingo card of mass destruction. So we saw a chicken wing. We see happy feet. A little bit of casting going on. Off balance. Flying elbow. Too much knee. The grip did look a little strong at the follow through. Slight head lifted impact. And we also saw some body turn issues. It is a close race so far. Now let's take a look at JFK. Now JFK, there is no need to put him on slow motion with the lines. We can look at this with the eye, and we can see this is actually a pretty good golf swing. And he was known to be a single-digit handicapper, and I believe it. The grip looks nice and neutral. It doesn't seem to go over the top. His ball position is slightly forward, but we don't know what type of shot he's hitting. But I have to be fair, so we're going to think him on that one. There's a slight reverse pivot. There's no real flying elbow. He seems like he's in balance. There's no chicken wing. He doesn't cast a club. He makes a good motion. There's a lot of turn. So there's going to be a little bit of X's going on here. So I think it's safe to say that JFK is out of the running for the worst, best golf swing. Next, we have Bill Clinton, and shout out to Divorce 76 for this video. And that looks like it was shot in my neck of the woods. We're going to look at this driver swing, and we're going to now take a look at it on the swing analysis machine of truth to find out what's going on. Start out with setup. Setup looks pretty good. The feet are about shoulder width apart. The shoulder tilt, the hands and the golf ball are pointing in the same direction, so that is great. No forward press, no scooping. Grip looks slightly weak, however, so we're going to dink him on that one. And we take a look at the backswing. We see a lot of body turn. So for somebody his age, he's doing pretty good. Gets his whole back towards the target. He does not shift over that right brace line, so we see some good loading for the unload. However, we do see that flying right elbow helping get a little bit of distance. That might cost him because now he has got a little reverse pivot going on, and we see that C shape forming. Now we come on down to impact. He gets the weight to the left side, maybe a little bit too much, and that's going to cause a little hand scooping, and we see that excess weight on the left side pull them off balance. So how do we feel when we compare his X's? Let's take a look. So for Bill, even though the setup looked great, we're going to have to give him a weak grip ding. We have great body turn. We do have a flying right elbow. We see a little reverse pivot. We also see some weight distribution issues causing some reverse C. There is a slight chicken wing because of the lean towards the target and their hands releasing too soon. We are going to dink him on off balance, and we'll also give him some happy feet points, which is a negative here, which means his feet are not on the ground. But let's take a look at how he compares to our two leaders, Obama and Bush. This is looking mighty close. Obama with 8 X's, Clinton with 7 X's, and Bush with 9 X's. Although this is the game of bingo, and we see that Bush and Clinton are 1 square away, including that bonus, to getting bingo. So we might have to abide by the bingo rules, but we will take a look at our last contestant, Donald Trump. So here we have Donald Trump himself rolling in style in the Live Golf event, going to show us his golf swing. He takes a couple warm-up swings as anybody does, and we can start to see some issues already, but will this hold up? Will it be the one to take down the two leaders, or will we have some sort of playoff? I'm going to use MAGA red to see that lower body stability. We do have the setup to see where his hands are in connection with the center of his chest, and it does look pretty good. We see that ball position, however, slightly back, so we might have to ding him on that. Based on that setup, it should be well where that green line is. But let's take a look at the backswing. We see an immediate shift to the right, maybe a little bit too much shift. Left shoulder gets up, which flattens out his shoulder tilt, which can cause a lowering of the hands. Look at that disconnection between the lower body and the upper body, but he does ride himself out. He gets that lower body over that MAGA impact line, and we see that impact position is pretty close to perfect. Hands are connected with the chest, lower body is driving, upper body staying back. We see a nice extension. We don't see any sort of flipping, and the hands move their way up, and we see a nice balanced finish. So a few little X's, but let's just take a look at our bingo card and see what we can do for Donald. So we go to our bingo chart. We definitely have to give him a ball position too far back based on that setup. We also have to give him some too much knee work, but basically that's all I got for Donald. So he seems to be safe for our bingo challenge. So let's look at the finalists. So here is the finalist, Obama, Clinton, and Bush, and I know that one of these has more X's, which is Bush, but we do have to play the game of bingo, so we're going to eliminate Obama, and it's down to Clinton and Bush. It reminds me of the 90s, so this is going to be a decision that you have to help me make, so let me know in the comments down below. I know who I'm voting for, but I want you to help me to decide. So I hope you enjoy your 4th of July. I hope you enjoy this little video to try and get in the spirit of 4th of July. Have a safe and happy one, and I will see you next time. Fair as and green.